Okay, we're going to wrap up chapter 3. So we want to find the slope. Now remember, from a graph, it is rise over run. So how many you go up or down and then to the right. So find 2 points. It doesn't matter what 2 points you want to use. You just want to make sure that they're distinct. I could use 0, 3. I could use this point 3, 4. I could use the point 6, 5. Any of those would be fine. I could use this negative 9, 0 over here. I could absolutely use that one as well. So as long as you use 2 points, so remember, rise over run. So starting with the first point you have on the left, so I'm going to start right here at that point. I go up 1 over 3. So it's up 1 over 3. Look, up 1 over 3, up 1 over 3, up 1 over 3. So my slope is 1 over 3. Now I can check it by doing the change. 3 minus 0 is 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. Slide that over, 1 over 3. And I could check another one just to make sure. 6 minus 3 is 3. 5 minus 4 is 1. And I've got 1 over 3. So you can always double check it with the chart if you want to. Now when you're given 2 ordered pairs, you just automatically make the chart. So negative 1, negative 4, and 3, negative 6. Find your rate of change. Remember that you subtract. 3 minus negative 1 is 4. Negative 6 minus negative 4 is a negative 2. And then slide it over. So you've got negative 2 over 4. When you put that in the calculator and reduce it, it is negative 1/2. On number 3, remember when you have a table and you want to find slope, you only do 2 at a time. And it doesn't matter. I like to start from the bottom. So just look at those 2 right there. Okay? 20 minus 11 is 9. And 6580 minus 3619 is 2961. When I slide that over, when I bring the 9 over and divide, I get 3.29. So I'm going to look at, not going to use that last one. Okay, I'm going to look at these next 2 right here. So 11 minus 8 is 3. 3619 minus 2632 is 987. When I put that in the calculator, 987 divided by 3, I also get 3.29. And then I'm going to bring down that bar, and let's look at the top 2. Let's see what we get here. So 8 minus 2 is 6, and then 2232 minus 658 is 1974. So when I do 1974 divided by 6, guess what I get? 3.29. So my rates are all the same. All of them are exactly the same. So my slope is $3.29. Number 4. The cab price is $12 after 2 miles in the car and $26 after 6 miles in the car. Let X represent the number of miles. Okay, so it says X is the miles. Okay, so miles is X. And then Y is going to represent the dollars. So Y is your dollars. So if I have my T-chart, the Y, the dollars, is on the Y side, and X is my miles. That goes on the other side. Okay, the X is the first one. What is, look at what it wants, rate of change. So I'm going to set up my order pairs. Okay, so 2 is miles, 12 is the dollar amount. 6 is the miles, 26 is the dollar amount. And now rate of change, that's when you subtract. So 6 minus 2 is 4. 26 minus 12 is 14. Swing that over, 14 over 7. Now I'm going to show you right quick, because some of you have still asked this question. 14, make sure you have 14 on the top. 14 over 7. Oh, it's not 7. Sorry, that's a 4. 14 over 4. Enter. Now you control enter, and it changes it to a decimal. So that's 3.5. So the rate of change is $3.50. Okay, that's the cost per mile. the rate of change is $3.50 per mile. I'm taking the cost, so this is $14, and this is 4 miles. So it is $7.50 per mile, for 1 mile. Part 2, it wants the zero of function. Now remember, the zero of function, that is another name for the x-intercept. And when you have an intercept, that means the y is always 0. So I'm going to put 0 in for y. So 0 equals 1/4 x minus 3. And then you can do the menu 3, 1. Okay, remember how to do that? So menu 3, 1. And now you can enter in 0 equals, and do the whole thing, 1/4. So control divide, 1/4. And then you put your x, oops, wrong letter, x, and then minus 3. And then comma x, and hit enter, and it's 12. So my zero function is 12. That means that my x value would be 12. So my zero function would be 12, 0. That is my x-intercept. Okay, zero function is another name for the x-intercept. Stephen is solving for a down payment on a car using direct deposit from his paycheck into savings account. The function, anytime you have a function, guys, you're going to use that. M equals 4,800 minus 60t. Represents the amount of money M still needed after t weeks. So M is money, t represents weeks. Find the zero of function. Remember, zero function, you have x, it's another name for the x-intercept, so you have a 0. X-intercept, so you have an x and you have a 0 in for the y. So I'm going to put a 0 in for the y. 4,800 minus 60t. Remember, the number that's by, the variable that has a number in front of it is always your x. And so that means the other one is always your y. Now I'm going to go do menu 3, 1. And you do the same thing. 0 equals 4800 minus 60x, comma x. When you set up a spreadsheet, that's like basically what you're doing, and it just plugs it in for you. So once you come up with the formula, it solves it for you. So 80 is equal t. And remember, t is weeks. So that's 80 weeks. In 80 weeks, you will have no money left to, you will have all the money that you need. Okay? So you will have all the money you need to make the down payment on the car in 80 weeks. Part 3, direct variation. Now remember, when you see direct variation, you are going to varies directly. This is when you're going to set up a ratio proportion. Okay? So y over x. Now make sure that you're careful. Here is x and here is x. So x is going to go on the bottom, and they have y, and there's y, and y is going to go on the top. And remember, the commas help you separate. So 15 over 9 equals, and then 33 goes on the bottom. You have your y. And then you can do the menu 3, 1. Okay? So you'll do menu 3, 1 and plug that in. Control divide. 15 over 9 over equals, and then control divide, and you have y over 33. And then comma y, and then enter. So it's 55. So y is going to be 55. On number 8, the distance required to stop a car varies directly. Hey, anytime it varies directly, you're going to set the ratio proportion. Distance is going to go on the top. Varies directly to the square of its, to the speed. Okay? To the square of its speed. So, we are going to set up a ratio proportion. So, 250 feet. 250 feet, that is my distance. 250, that's going to be my distance. Okay, so distance, 250. And then 60 miles per hour, and then 96. So both of these are speed. Speed 60 miles per hour, and then 96 square miles per hour. Those are both speed. So 250 over 60. And then I want to know how much over 96. And then you will do the menu 3, 1, and you will get 400 feet. So it will take 400 feet. If you're going 96 miles per hour, it will take you 400 feet to stop. So you gotta be really careful when you're driving a car. On number 9, you have a function, and anytime you have a function, guys, write that down. F of x equals 300 plus 30x. Represents the amount of money Henry has in his savings account. They want me to identify the slope. Remember, the slope is always the one that's in front of the x. So who has the x? 30. So my slope is positive 30, okay? And then the y-intercept is the one that's just a number, okay? So it's 300. So my y-intercept is 300. And then on number 10, I have a table. So anytime you have a table, go ahead and set that up. 5 and 5.5. 1 goes with 3.5. 0 goes with 3. Negative 1 goes with 2.5. And then negative 3 goes with 1.5. Now, I'm going to graph, and so you're going to graph all of them at the same time. So remember, when you graph, then you're going to hit the down arrow button and keep graphing and record the numbers, okay? I'm going to go to a brand new document. I just think that's easiest to keep everything clear. All right, very first thing, you've got 0.5x plus 5, so that color's blue. G, you've got x plus 0.5. That color is red. Now, I'm going to go ahead and write that down. That's blue, and this one is red, okay? Now, h is over on the other side, so h is 0.5 x plus 3, and then down arrow button, that one's black, and then 0.5 x plus 4. And that one is pink. So you've got black, and you've got pink. Now, notice it starts at 5 this time. We don't normally have it start at 5, so do Control T. So I've got an arrow, I've got to go down to the 5. Okay, so the 5 goes with, I want it to go with 5.5, so blue is out. Red is okay, the black is okay, the pink is out. So I have the pink one, the pink is gone, and the blue one are gone. So I'm focusing on the red and the black one, okay? Now I just think that helps. So I'm between these two right here, okay? Now I gotta go to 1, so look at 1. I want 3.5. The red one doesn't have it, the black one does. So the red one does not, okay? Now I'm gonna double check. I think it's the black one, but I'm gonna double check. So I'm gonna go back to my grid, go to 0, so arrow up, here's 0. Under the black one, it should be 3, yep. So now go to negative 1, and it should be 2.5, yes. And then go to negative 3, when x is negative 3, y is 1.5. Yep, that's my answer. And so that's a recap of everything that we've done in Unit 3.